Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. I have Eric Knott, the CEO of Tiki Taco, here with me today, and we are going to talk about this beloved local foodie experience. If you love street tacos, burritos, a good margarita, maybe some ice cream to go with that, we are going to dive into the menu of this local eatery that has been booming. They have grown from a walk-up to having 5 locations today, plus their food truck. And whether you are a patron who just loves good food, which in this case is Mexican flavors combined with kind of a Southern California twist, we're going to dive into why this should be one of your favorite eateries around the metro. And maybe you're a local brand that's looking for some inspiration on how to grow your own business the way that they have. You're going to find a lot of great information from Eric on how they have built their brand here, and what's to come in 2026 as well, because there's a lot of growth happening around the city and a neighborhood near you. So I hope you enjoy the chat that we had, and be sure to visit your local Tiki Taco as soon as you can after this episode. Thanks. All right. Well, Eric, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
I wanted to mirror you.
I love it.
Here today.
I love it. I actually, funny enough, I don't have that hat.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't decide. You guys have, I like yours. I like the neon look that you guys have. That's like a throwback.
Yep.
I think you guys have that in a shirt and everything too. But the Tiki Taco, we're going to have to get into the whole vibe of where that was created
100%.
because it is so contagious. It's so fun to get into it. But Eric Knott with Tiki Taco, CEO.
Yes.
So excited to chat with you today.
I am as well. And, Tiki has been a vibe for me the last year and a half since you started there. You were just talking before we jumped on about, corporate America.
Yes.
And so I had to dress up a certain way for a long time. So I am taking full advantage of the vibe of Tiki.
My gosh. I hear you. I'm literally just like, wake up and go.
That's
a little
right.
bit, right? Okay. So the quick backstory is that you relocated to the Midwest from the East Coast.
That's correct.
So
yes.
a little bit of a different experience here than where you're from.
Yeah,
Tampa.
in a good way.
Yeah.
And I don't want this to get out to too many people that would listen to this because I don't want people to start influxing into the Midwest. But it's been a very good change.
Good.
Change of pace. The people are much nicer. Traffic's better.
Midwest nice. I'm sure you've heard that term.
Yes, yes. But very inviting, and genuine, I would say. Yeah. Authentic.
I love that. Okay, so you're the CEO of Tiki Taco, and we'll kind of talk about more about what you do and how you got into this. But I want to dive right in because Tiki Taco is so loved in the city, and people are devouring it so much that you guys are growing like crazy. I don't know. I can't speak to this, but I feel like you're almost defying the odds with the growth of Tiki Taco. And so I want to talk about, from your perspective coming into this, what makes Tiki Taco so amazing?
So I think you have to first start with just the basics, right? People, I think, inherently want good food with laid back, authentic people serving it. Yeah. And they want to be in an environment that is fun to be in. Yeah. So you think about Tiki, we're a made from scratch kitchen. So everything from salsas to proteins are all made in the restaurant by our team members.
Love it.
You think about the relaxed environment. We have team members that have been with us 5, 6, 7, 8 years because we try and take care of them, treat them like a family, compensate them well, give them growth if that's what they want.
Yeah, and I want to talk more about that because I do feel like the culture, both outside as a patron, but inside as well, it seems very different from other places that people love to be there.
A long time ago, it's really a basic mantra, and that is if you take care of your people will take care of you. Yeah. And so whatever that means to individual concepts, right? And then the third, the ambiance. We have super bright environment, neons, kind of our parent company is actually named Island Time because the whole theory behind it is you walk in and you feel like you're at an island kind of deal. That's
I didn't
where
come across that. I love that.
Comes from. So.
Yeah.
But I think those three things at its core is what's been able to give us the opportunity to serve more guests in more communities.
Yeah. So back to the Island Time. So the history of Tiki Taco, because you came in, about a year and a half ago?
Yep.
To it. So it started as a walk-up on 39th Street.
That's
right?
Correct.
What was the origin of Tiki Taco? How did the concept come to be with the vibe and the aesthetic and all that?
So,
it's so fun.
I'll give you the whole story.
Yeah.
So in 2017, 2 gentlemen started Tiki Taco.
Okay.
And it was just a walk-up window, and it was more of a late night spot where they were open until 3, 4 in the morning because you've got a bunch of bars on Midtown.
Yep.
1 week before COVID, 3 of my now partners in Tiki bought the restaurant from those two.
Okay.
Kind of a bad juju, right? You buy a restaurant company, or restaurant, actually at the time, single restaurant, and COVID happens a week later.
Oh,
but,
gosh, yeah.
Trying to make the most out of everything, right? We had a walk-up window, so they stayed open. The small dining room had to be closed, so it gave them a chance to rebrand and do all of that. So they kind of flipped the original Tiki into what it is now from a brand standpoint. Also, along the way, started changing food items, more quality, higher quality, more what the guest wanted.
Okay.
So there was the 3 original group, that 2 brothers and a mother here local in Kansas City, actually.
Got it.
So then they built their second location at Troost, at 54th and Troost.
Yep.
Did extremely well, and that community loved us just like the one in Midtown.
Yeah.
And then they built Overland Park.
Okay.
So they got
That's downtown Overland Park.
downtown,
correct?
yeah. So they had the 3 restaurants. They brought on 2 more owners as well. So brought on with different backgrounds. So the original 3 was Judy Rush, Lindsay, and Lyndon Wade. So 2 brothers and a mother.
Okay.
And then Rich Wiles was brought on. He has a kind of an interesting background. He has a culinary degree. Also opened Westport Cafe back in the day before he sold it to the 2 guys that have it now.
Okay.
And then he got into general contracting and real estate. So that's kind of his primary focus, but he still had a love for the restaurant business. And then we also brought on Jason Kinslow as our director of ops as well. So he's run a bunch of restaurants here local in Kansas City. Yeah. So they got to that 3 restaurants, and I think the skill set of being able to scale that is what they're interested in, and kind of found me through that process. And funny quick story, because I tell this a lot, is I actually got introduced to Tiki because I needed a phone charger at a restaurant conference.
Oh.
So
wow, that's fate.
Rich was at a conference. We bumped into each other. I needed a phone charger. He had one, which at that point we had to have more conversations. And I had been looking for something. They were looking for someone, and it kind of was like this destined situation that was.
You're like, I've been dying to move to a landlocked city. This is
great. That's not how.
Forget the
that's
beach.
Not how that went. But so I came out a couple times, met all the people involved, had the food. Met with our executive chef now, and just fell in love with the culture that they had established already, and the kind of the general direction that they were going with the food and kind of what they wanted to do. So came on board in July, and we really just focused on just standardizing things, right? Getting all recipe management right, getting all the systems in place within the 4 walls of the restaurant. Then we brought on I'm a huge tech guy. I think that, the world has changed so much over the last few years, and it's going even faster now. And so why, spend so much time trying to find potential problems when you can use technology to tell you exactly what's wrong, and you can spend all of your time fixing or adjusting to that problem.
That's funny. I saw you when I was doing my research on you. I think I saw you talking, maybe it was LinkedIn, but talking a bit about AI. And it was one of the questions I almost wanted to ask you, like, how are you using AI? I don't know if anybody else cares about that, but I do. I'm like wanting to learn how to incorporate it into my business world. So
yeah, and I think that first and foremost, before we go down that rabbit hole, AI is not replacing people.
No.
Like, I think that's the fear, and I'm sure each generation had a fear of something that was going to replace them, right? In some jobs, I mean, if we're being quite honest, like I think about robotics, I know that's completely different from the subject of AI, but in our environment, I would love to have a robot that would peel and cut avocados.
I think they've done that with some other restaurants.
Chipotle, yeah. Like, no one likes to core avocados. And it's like the one thing that is so dangerous to cut yourself with to get that core out. But anyway, I could go down and talk about that for days.
No, but that is fascinating, yeah.
So we brought on a bunch of technology, kind of gets you up to today. And then we signed 2 big partnership deals, one with our food and one with our beverage. So we signed with Cisco, we signed with Pepsi as our beverage provider. Okay. And then we started growing. And so I think we had a good baseline, good foundation. We built in 2020. We built 2 brick and mortar stores, one in Olathe, one in Shawnee. And then we also opened up 15 off-premise locations as well. So
15?
Yeah, 15.
Wow. I knew about I wanted you to talk a little bit about KU athletics.
Yeah, that was
there.
one. So we have 6 total
Rock
at KU.
For me, so.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm a Carolina fan because of my background, but I still now am a KU fan because we have businesses there. So it's kind of a weird situation, but We have 3 locations in the Allen Fieldhouse. We have 3 locations in the brand new football stadium there. We're in about every hospital in Kansas City. So from KU to St. Luke's to Menorah, Children's, I mean, you name it, we're probably in there at some point. And we also have a couple of corporate office locations too. So we're in Garmin's home office down in Olathe. We're in Lockton on the plaza.
Okay.
We just went into the nuclear facility down south. And at some point in the near future, we'll go into the Fed Reserve building too downtown. So
very interesting. So is it an actual like walk up fast casual within?
Think about like a pop-up one day a week.
Okay.
So, and it was a test. So long story short is KU we've got a really good relationship with because we're right there on 39th Street.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get involved with the hospital because it was only 2 blocks away and figure out how we could help them and they could help us. And it got to the point where we were able to open this cafe once a week. And, I was like, it's probably not going to be like something that we make a ton of money off of, but it's going to be great for branding, right? You've got doctors and nurses and they need to eat and all of that. We went down the first couple weeks and it was just crazy busy. Line, 100 people in line waiting to get tacos. And it dawned on me that you have doctors, you have nurses, you have patients, you have people visiting the patients. Then you have the IT staff and the admin staff all at these hospitals.
Yeah.
So now it's gotten to the point where I think they look forward to us being there on Tuesdays, Taco Tuesday, because it breaks up the monotony of what the cafeteria is already serving them.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are the other options? Obviously, outside the property or
they
whatever
have a cafe too, so they'll do some stuff, like some burgers one day or something like that, and then they have the grab and go stuff. But it's a great mix, and for me, I wasn't going after it in the beginning thinking that it was going to be a good revenue driver for me. I just thought it was
the good intentions.
That's right.
Yeah,
you're feeding people that are helping people that are injured or whatever the case may be, and we're getting our brand out there, right? We're all about brand exposure. So if you see any of us at any point, we better have something, a hat, a shirt, something on, because, when here in Kansas City, it's kind of easy, but like as I go to these conferences and things like that, it's building a brand that people didn't probably know existed.
Right.
And then we've won some national stuff, which has been nice to try and get the brand out there. We won top 40 in 2024. And then last year we won top 25 brands to watch for in 2025. And
congratulations, that's huge.
Preemptively hope that we were in top 100 fast casuals in America this year too.
Okay. So to date you have, is it 5 locations plus a food truck?
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And then I've read a little bit about the growth that you're anticipating, but talk a little bit about that, like in terms of where else around the metro is the plan to grow, and are you looking regionally? What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, so I think what's important to talk about first is smart and healthy growth.
Yeah.
And so our whole idea here is we need to get the right people in place to open these restaurants. Now, it's a little bit of give and take because you don't know what you don't know. So in 2026, we'll open definitely 4 locations in KC Metro.
Okay.
So we're going to open one in Liberty, one at Metro North where the old mall used to be at Metro North Mall, one in Lee's Summit, and then one in the Crossroads.
Perfect.
So those 4 are for sure. And we're still looking, I think we're going to try and top out at a 5th. So I think we're going to try and open 5 more next year total. And we have our sights set really in 2 specific locations. On 119th Street, like South OP between, call it Row and Mission, somewhere in that stretch. Yeah. Or out in Lawrence.
Okay.
And because we have the locations in the arenas already, and I mean, we don't necessarily have a college town yet. We are close to college. We're right across from Rockhurst at Troost and behind UMKC. So we do have a D1 school there, right, at UMKC. But so that's kind of what we're going to target for 2026. And then we'll I wouldn't say we run out of room in KC, but we'll run out of like large markets. So
all the different like essential neighborhoods that really have like
enough people
to warrant it. Okay, so I read that this is Startland News, but you said our whole business plan starts with each restaurant owning its own community. And I thought that was really brilliant. And I was watching some of your content online, Shawnee, as an example. And you guys moved into Shawnee, but then you go into the Aztec Theater and you are getting to know them and you're getting to hear their story. And then you go into Hanks and everything. Like, talk about that, because with the new locations coming up, I love the way that you guys make that really known that you're looking to be like engrossing yourselves within that pocket.
Yeah, so I think it's important to start with the fact of being part of your local community.
Yeah.
And I've had extreme success with it in my past with the last two concepts that I was with. But more importantly, I think that if you're top of mind in your community, then your community will then support you, right? So I guess maybe about a year ago, probably November-ish of 24, we started this campaign where we wanted every general manager in each location to own a 3 to 5 mile radius around that specific location. So think about, youth sports, think about churches, think about local nonprofits, anyone that needs assistance and how we can get involved. So, I mean, we're very inclusive. We basically will help anyone. So I'm talking from, we've done stuff with KC Pet Project for the pets. We've done stuff with high schools, middle schools, churches. We've done some things I wouldn't even think that we've done. But the whole point is we just want to try and help. Everybody has a need for something. So we could do give back days where people come in and we write them a check back for how many people come in that day. We've done foods like sponsorships and donations. We're a corporate sponsor with Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Awesome.
So the whole mindset is that GM owning it. But then to your point, what we do when we go into a new market is we try and really take the spotlight off of us and spotlight the people that have been doing great things around that. So you mentioned Shawnee. Eric from Hanks has done a great job with Hanks. Jay at Friction. I'm sorry, Jay at Wild Child.
Drastic Measures.
And Drastic Measures. And then Brent over at Friction. I mean,
We've got
Will
McLean's over
at
there.
Molly at McLean. I mean, so it's just a great group of people.
Such an incredible community. Yeah.
Yes. And so I think that if everybody put forth a little bit more effort, that our communities could be so much better.
Yeah.
And so it's just a part of who we are. And honestly, I think that the, Gen Alphas that are coming into our workplace now, they value that so much more than just going and getting a paycheck. They want to work for somebody or with somebody that is doing good in the community and know that they're part of that. So it's all encompassing, right? So we do right by our community. They then come and support the restaurants. Our team members feel good about doing it. I mean, there's no real loss.
So because you come from the restaurant industry, do you feel like this is something that Kansas City's kind of like not pioneering, but doing a better job of in terms of like what Tiki Taco is doing with this? Or have you seen this happen in your past experience where there's been someone who was able to like really successfully get into the neighborhood kind of?
I think there's a lot of people that do it well.
Yeah.
But I think where it's different here is that the communities are much more open and inviting.
Okay.
So I've done this a lot with a lot of restaurants.
Right.
And, sometimes it can be a lot of work to just get in front of someone or have a conversation, where here it feels as if, I'm not saying I can cold call or cold email someone but I mean, I'm very fortunate. So there's 6 people total that own Tiki Taco. Okay. And so the other 5 beyond myself have lived and grown up in Kansas City. Yeah. So anytime that I'm like, hey, we need to get involved with hospitals. And I'd bring it up to the group. Next thing you know, I've got 15 contacts at all these different hospitals that they either went to school with or they did a project. So, 2 of the guys, they did a lot of production here in Kansas City. So they've shot commercials and movies and stuff for Hellsberg Diamonds and this and that. So there's all these networking opportunities that now I'm able to take advantage of. Yeah.
You see that being a little bit of a different landscape here.
Correct.
From where you come
100%.
From. Yeah. I love that.
You'd have to fight a lot more, and it's just a little bit more contentious to try and, get in versus Kansas City's been great.
Good. Okay, so I kind of want to like get immersed in the menu, the flavors, the dishes, everything. So whether someone has been to Tiki Taco or goes there every week, or for somebody who hasn't been there, I want to kind of dive into like what makes it kind of Mexican style California, this fusion of what do you guys create? What are you guys known for?
So this is my like spiel, right? Yeah. So like if somebody comes in, I've never been here before. Yeah. And I say, okay, so let's start out with, we have your traditional Mexican flavors. So if you're looking for a street taco, a soft taco or a crunchy taco with your choice of protein, which could be El Pastor off the spit, it could be carnitas that cooks for 5 hours, or it could be the ground beef or the chicken that we make in house.
Yep.
That's like your traditional. Let's start there.
I know a few people who would be great with that baseline too.
100%. And honestly, I probably eat 50% of my time. I eat street tacos. It's just there's corn tortillas. They're fantastic. They're not too heavy. You get it through your day. And then I graduate to like our specialty tacos. So I'm like, okay, so now you're a little more adventurous. Yeah. My favorite 4, because we have 8 total.
I brought the menu with me just in case I wanted to look at it, because I've tried a few myself. But anyway, go ahead.
So my favorite 4 are on the right-hand side of the menu when you come in the restaurant. So it's a sweet chili shrimp taco.
Okay.
A Thai fried chicken taco. Our dripping birria. And our Korean beef. So you got a really good, so if you're a seafood person, you can go sweet chili, which is our sweet chili sauce, lettuce, tomato, queso fresco. The dripping birria is, in my opinion, like something you have to try. So we take our, 5-hour-long carnitas and then mix it with our birria salsa, and then we cook the tortilla in the salsa on the grill with cheese, cilantro. I mean,
it sounds kind of gross, but I'm like, you had me at dripping,
it's
like
so good,
mouth watering,
so good.
The texture thing, yeah.
And then the Thai fried is kind of like your Asian, infused taco there. So it's tempura chicken, and it's tossed in sriracha soy with this cabbage, jalapeno crema slaw on top of it. So it's another fantastic. And then I start graduating. Okay, so now if I don't have you hooked on tacos, I'm like, well, our burritos are fantastic. This is where the Southern California comes in. So all of our burritos, you can get curly fries inside of the burrito.
The Casey burrito. Yeah, I know. We've definitely experienced that. Brilliant.
But at first, though, when I first...
I also grew up on Arby's curly fries. So, like, anytime I see a curly fry, I'm like, oh, it's just like nostalgia, and I love it. So.
Yeah. My first time out, I was like, wait a minute, you're putting curly fries in a burrito? And then I had it, and I was like, oh, my God.
It seems kind of Midwest of us to do, too.
It's so good. So good. But I do tell people my favorite burrito that we have on the menu is called a Thai chili pork burrito.
Okay.
So it's peppers, onions, ground pork, arbol chili flakes, rice, and 2 medium fried eggs inside of the burrito.
I like Thai anything, to be honest with you. So,
so good.
I'm all in on that.
And then if I don't have you hooked...
And a mean bean.
If I don't have you hooked, then I will say, okay, we also have nachos and tiki fries, which are basically nachos on top of the curly fries.
Oh, my gosh.
Or quesadillas. Like, all of these items, like, some of it sounds probably boring, but it's still so good.
Well, it sounds like kind of this, like... culmination of flavors coming together, which really make it a different offering than you could find anywhere else, which I love. So,
and there's a couple of vegetarian options.
I was just gonna say, so I wanted to talk about dietary because people are like I try to be no dairy. Unfortunately, I love cheese, but I have my own issues with that. But then gluten free, all that stuff. Yeah, talk about that.
Beautiful thing is, like I said earlier, we're a made from scratch kitchen.
Yeah.
So you can literally, your optionality is, if we have it, we can do it.
Yeah.
So you want to put stuff on something, you want to take stuff off of things, we can do all of that. So, and by the way, we've had some random requests, and we have like pineapple in a burrito. Like, to me, that is random. I don't.
Do you even have pineapple? Well, I guess you would there. Yeah.
So we actually have pineapple to cook on the spit with the El Pastor as it's cooking, and then a traditional El Pastor taco comes with grilled pineapple on top of it.
But that's kind of interesting. People coming in and sort of creating a new menu item for themselves, which great that you accommodate it.
100%.
Yeah.
And so I think that, like, gluten-free, we have a whole gluten-free menu. We have markings on the menu if it's spicy or if it's vegetarian. And then, like I said, the beautiful thing is if you're allergic to whatever it is, cilantro or mushrooms or cheese, or we can remove all of that.
Super easy. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about your margarita and cocktail menu for those of us that are still drinking.
Yeah, it's not doing dry January. Yeah.
No, it's called damp January.
I've never even done that. I don't even know that term.
No need to start.
So this is part of the menu that we've kind of tinkered with a lot over the last year or so. And the whole premise is trying to get to something that people want. So we had a pretty large liquor menu when I first started. We were selling anything from like Clase Azul to, et cetera. But it was just too big. And so we just started running basically a product mix on a monthly basis to see what people were actually buying. And come to find out, 95% of our liquor and beer sales came from 2 things, either a margarita or a beer.
Okay.
So we've shrunk it down. So right now what you have is you have mostly Mexican beers. So we'll have Dos Equis, Corona, Modelo. And then on the margarita side, of course, we have a house margarita, and then we have an island time margarita, which is just better booze in the margarita.
Elevated.
And then we did keep some of the original cocktails on the menu as well. So we have a party time. We have a pineapple fuego. So Mai Tai. We give you a little optionality if you're wanting a rum drink or a vodka drink.
Perfect little escape in Kansas, Missouri.
Yeah, we even put a little umbrella on top.
Love.
So you feel like you're at the beach,
Well, yeah, it's the whole aesthetic. It's the whole vibe. Speaking of that, okay, so you guys have a motto, which is, it's always a good day to have a good day.
That's right.
Where did this come from? How does this play out?
So that actually was there when I joined, and I think it's all about just positivity in the world. Yeah. Right. And so, like, if you start,
we could use a little bit of that.
Yeah. And we don't actually we don't keep people that don't follow that motto. So I believe that if we have an environment that creates an option for someone to have a good day, then they should choose to have a good day. And so I'm not saying everybody has to be great every day, but I think at the end of the day, we try and make sure that our team, our guests, the environment is set up for success for it to be a happy day.
Right.
So whatever that means to you, right? For our team members, it could be just a organized environment that I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. I can be myself. I can have fun with the guests if I want. If it's for guests and I want to watch TV, the game's on, I can do that. If I want to interact with the bartender or the server, or if I want earbuds in, I'm on a call and I just want to eat my top. Like, we just try and make it as comfortable and give as many options as possible to everyone that's at the restaurant.
Love it. I wanted to go back to real quickly, so your inclusivity, which is super important to your brand. And you can see a lot of that coming through if you're just an everyday person looking at what you guys do. But also in the menu, I think you guys have partnerships, or you have had them, the Golden Scoop and High Hopes ice cream.
We still do.
And talk a little bit about that, about like how you guys work with them. And you mentioned one of the pet ones, but you did Possibilities as well.
Yeah,
working with them.
We've honestly, you probably could look up more than I'd remember.
Yeah,
we
that's
just
true.
have so many, honestly. Yeah. But the couple the High Hopes, there's a story behind that. We wanted it to have a Choco Taco. And if you remember back in the day, you used to get them from like the freezer section in gas stations.
Yeah, and at the pool every summer.
And so we couldn't find them. And so instead of going and try and beat that drum, we found High Hopes, which is a local ice cream shop off of Troost. Okay. And they actually make that for us. So it's cinnamon flavored ice cream and a waffle cone dipped in chocolate.
Love it.
And also back to the community, right? It's trying to do as much as we can locally here. Golden Scoop, that is a fantastic organization. And, there was a relationship there with one of the team members, knew somebody and got us connected there. And so we started by selling their ice cream. Right? It's like the easiest thing we can do is we can put some ice cream in our shops, and if we actually add a couple churro bites on top of it just to make it tiki.
I've had it.
Yeah, so
girls love it.
But it's a great organization. We've done their golf tournaments, anything we can do to help them out. But I worked with Best Buddies in my past life, and when we opened, you mentioned Possibilities. So when we opened Olathe, someone came in from Possibilities, and we can't sell dog treats at the restaurant. That probably doesn't fit us. But what we did do, we are an active sponsor of theirs, so we help them throughout the year. But we also employ one of their people at our Olathe location, and we're getting ready to hire our second person from there. And I think that it's the transformation and getting them in that specific environment, getting someone exposure. And we start them off, with just a couple tasks, and then I mean, we did that 5 months ago. Emma is her name, that works for us in Olathe, and now she's moved on to interacting with people, and she's almost to the point where she's ready to take orders, from the guests. So
you're giving her job training.
Correct.
On site, and you'll bring another one on. I love that.
And so now we're trying to figure out how to expand that, right? So Meredith, who you've been talking to a lot, is trying to figure out I think there's a Best Buddies organization here in Kansas City, so I think that's the route we're going to go with. But more of the story is we're just trying to be involved, right? So we talked about High Hopes. We do Golden Scoop, Possibilities. Big Brothers Big Sisters,
Yeah.
and there's probably a ton that
Many more.
forgetting at this point. But we're always looking for more.
Yeah.
And so that's been kind of our challenge, especially we do this, and I think it's fantastic, but I might be biased, but every restaurant we open, we try and partner with 3 to 5 organizations. And what we'll do is we'll give them for free these $10 Tiki cards. And then they can go out and sell them within their network for $5.
Yeah.
So they're getting, let's say we give them 500 cards, they sell them for $5 each. So they're making $2,500 for the organization. The people buying them are like, well, I'm getting $10 for $5. It sounds like a good deal. And then for us, we're just getting people to come try us.
Right.
And so everybody wins. Yes. But I think we have to work on our sales pitch, because I don't think people believe us. It's like, is that really
like it seems too good to be true?
Yeah, it's too good to be true. So we've had a couple.
What are your intentions?
Yeah, we've had a couple people take us up on it. It's been really great for us. So we're just about to do one with the bike club in Olathe, which is another fantastic organization.
Okay.
I don't know if you're aware of that one, but
I'm not. What do they do?
So they work with teens in Olathe that have a troubled past, and the organization teaches them how to build a bike. And it's one of those low rider bikes.
Okay.
I've only seen pictures. I've never actually been on one, but
Yep, can't say I have either.
so what they do is essentially they create a space, and they get donations to pay for all the parts to the bike, and they build it over their career in that high school environment. And if they graduate, when they graduate, they get to keep the bike.
Oh, okay.
So they have 100% success rate.
That's a good incentive.
So they just took us up on that offer recently, so that was top of mind. But
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so looking ahead, 2026, we talked about like the expansion. What about other things going on? Do you have any plans for FIFA? Do you have events that you guys do? Do you have other future collaborations that you're focused on? Like, how do you guys go about kind of strategizing stuff like that?
There's buckets of things.
Yeah.
Right. So you have the new store openings that we talked about.
Yeah.
We want to further our catering business.
Okay.
As a top priority for us. We started that in October of 24, and it has just been booming this year.
Yeah.
And it's just so, I think our food travels so well, because we send it out, it's bulk proteins and tortillas and whatever.
Shout out to the protein movement.
That's
so
right.
Aligning with that too.
And we sell that too. We sell proteins by the pound if you're interested.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but catering's definitely one bucket. Even though you said that we did a good job on social, we've actually hired on a consultant, local consultant here in Kansas City last July, who's done a great job of getting us a lot more content and more followership on social media. It's a beast.
Social media. Yeah.
So that's a bucket that I think we can still do a much better job with. And then we're still looking for opportunities with sports. Okay. So last year we kind of made our way into discussions with the Royals and the Current and the Sporting.
Yep. Get in the stadium.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to get that done at least one more this year. It's a long process. Sure. Doing that. So we got.
And we have a new team coming here, right?
No, what new team?
The women's softball team.
No,
the KC Diamonds. We have a new team. So
wow.
Maybe you could look into that. That's a little shout out, because I'd love to have them on too. Yeah, they're launching a new women's professional softball team, and they're playing where the Monarchs play. So
I did not know that.
Could be an
opportunity. So yeah, we'll put that on the list.
KC Diamonds, yeah.
It's funny, the sports are great for us because it's a captive audience, right? And we can get our product in front of it. So I'd like to expand that in 26. I know it's probably a lofty goal to say, we can get in all of them in 1 year. It's probably going to be one at a time.
You never know, right?
But I think that really it's just the deeper rooted community side is just continue to really get. I mean, I think last year we did about just shy of 100 give back days for the year. Now that we're getting bigger, I think that we can do a much better job. We have 5 open and 5 more coming. So if each restaurant did 30 or 40 a year, we could do a lot more there. But I think the growth of the team this year is going to be one of our main efforts, because doubling in size and going from 3 to 5, technically kind of doubling, isn't a big number.
It's not the same as going from 5 to 10.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I think there's going to be a lot of investment. We're bringing on new general managers for these locations. We've already hired one. We've got another one
Okay.
going through the process. So investing a lot of time and effort in their training and getting them up to speed, getting the culture embraced on their side and understanding, so we can really get out to the races quickly once we get these new stores open.
What about the food truck? How does that operate?
So right now it is you have to book it. So
Okay.
we're not out there trying to hustle with that, and it's been a great year for us with the food truck. I think it was booked close to 100 times last year. And we do both public and private.
I was going to say, do you do residential? Like, for example, where I live, we have food trucks that will come during the summer for people.
Yeah, and so we will. It has a guarantee on it, meaning like if you don't reach a certain, because it costs us money to activate the truck and get people on it and gas and all that kind of stuff. It's not a big number, but I see from 24 to 25, it basically doubled in sales. So I'm thinking, I don't know if we can double it again in 26, but I do think there's a short time by the end of 26, we'll have to get another one.
Yeah. Okay.
Just because the demand for it will be there.
Yeah.
But that is a cool truck. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's...
I'm trying to remember if I don't think I've seen it, actually.
26 feet, bright yellow.
Oh, you know what? I've seen it in the West Bottoms.
Yeah, you can't miss it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't miss it.
Yeah.
Even driving down the hall. I think one of my proudest moments in the last year and a half since I moved here is I was headed to the airport to catch a flight to go somewhere, and the truck passed me. And I didn't know that it was out that day or whatever. I'm like, oh my God.
And it got your attention.
There it is. Like, yeah, it's like, we made it.
Almost like seeing the Wienermobile. Just a little bit different.
I've stopped and took a picture with that too in Kansas City.
We've been in the Wienermobile.
Oh, really?
This is the most random thing. It was actually during COVID. Somebody reached out to me on Instagram and they were like, is riding in the Wienermobile on your bucket list? And I was like, yeah. So we ended up going. It was in Lawrence and it was really fun. I have pictures of our kids like in masks in the Wienermobile, but it was really fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, there was nobody in it at the time, but we did run into it. We
it's
took
so funny.
of it.
Okay. And so then you guys also have an app.
We do.
What do you get with the app? I saw there are like a couple deals, or you can earn points with it.
Your your activation deal, like why do you want me to download? What am I going to get for downloading this app? Is a free chips and queso.
Yeah.
So literally just for downloading the app, you get a free chips and queso.
Who doesn't love
for
chips and queso?
That's right.
Except
and
the dairy-free people.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could probably make out of chips and guac if you wanted it.
Okay.
But really the app for us, and it's really more on a loyalty side of things, is we want to be able to reward people that are coming in. So it's a pretty strict, you earn points that are equal to dollars. So the more you spend, the more points you get, the more rewards you get.
Yeah.
Anything from $5 off, $10 off, free tacos, free burritos.
Listen, I am frugal. I will take $5 off any day of the week. So
my favorite benefit of being part of our loyalty is we do a monthly special every month. We do either mostly a food at least, and then either a drink or a dessert. So we'll do 2 every single month. So right now we have a twice baked potato burrito as our special.
What?
And a banana cheesecake chimney dessert.
Oh my gosh.
But
these are 30-day?
Yeah, so basically January, and
so
then
don't miss out.
We'll flip to February.
Yeah.
So the benefit of being in loyalty is 3 days before it goes live, you get to come in and try one for free.
Oh, well, there you go.
Every single month.
Yeah.
So we're going to do
free.
Yeah, February we're doing a chili Achilles burrito, which is fantastic.
Oh my gosh. Like the brunch entree of
in
champions.
a burrito.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So good.
And then we're doing a strawberry cheesecake chimney. So
okay, so that then begs the question, do you have like a test kitchen?
We do.
Who's coming up with these ideas, and how frequently are you doing that? How often are you adding things to the menu? Every 30 days, I guess.
Yeah, so we've scaled our actual menu back to what I think is our core menu.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we know that those items sell. That won't probably change much. We like to have fun. So we have a monthly special, and we have a chef. We have an executive chef.
Okay.
Chef Carlos.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And he actually, before I get into
he's
that,
definitely on social too.
100%.
I love it.
And he does First Friday's drop. So what he'll do is the first Friday of the month, he'll go to one of our locations.
Okay.
And he will personally cook a menu item for that day if you show up. So we just did it last Friday at our Overland Park store, and we did a enchilada suiza. So it's an enchilada with Swiss cheese melted over the top.
He
of
does
it.
this for people coming in?
Uh-huh. Just
Oh
for
my
that day.
gosh. How
just
fun.
for that day, just for that location.
Not even just for the staff. I love
That's
it.
Right. Well, we've had plenty of it too.
Yeah.
But so it's fun for him. You know, it gets us some social content as well.
Yeah.
And he's got a very wide breadth of creativity, so it gives him another avenue to go down.
Is he a KC native?
He's been here most of his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Family from Mexico, but he's been in Kansas City most of his life.
Yeah.
And then so we actually have an office down on 39th Street. And we have a commercial kitchen inside the office. So that's where he plays, we call it, with these. But actually, we're more organized than you would think. We, today, ironically, right this second, while we're here, sitting here talking, Carlos and Meredith are both with one of our partners, Lyndon, because we also have a photography studio as well. So
great.
They're shooting the specials.
Oh, yeah. Some of your photos are... I don't know if you can say who you work with, but...
That's all them. So two of our business partners in Tiki, that's what they do for a living.
Okay.
So they have shot anything from like
They're
Under
so
Armour
perfect
to,
for what you guys have,
So they're shooting specials right now
Okay.
through June. So we get ahead of it. So we know what specials are going to be the next 6 months. And then they'll do all that stuff today. So that way it's done ready to rock and roll. The only thing that creativity-wise will have to be done is the social part and how to mix that stuff in there.
Love it. Okay, great. Do you guys ever have any I always wonder if restaurants have off menu items or hidden menus and stuff like that. I don't know where I came up with that. It was probably something as a kid, but is that a thing that you can ask for?
I think that the one that comes to mind, not Tiki, but the one out there comes to mind is your In-N-Out burger.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if you've been to that out
I
west
have,
before,
yeah.
but they have animal style where you can get everything on top of the fries.
Okay.
So
some people do it.
We've tinkered with it.
Yeah.
And we probably internally we have off menu items, but they're really just a variation of what we do. Right. So Jason, one of our guys, one of our partners, put me on the KC burrito, add queso.
Okay.
And that thing is that's so simple.
Yeah.
But it makes that burrito so much better.
Can't beat it.
And I'll do a Thai chili pork burrito as a bowl. So a lot of people don't realize, too, that you can take any of our burritos and make them into a rice bowl if you want.
I would love that. That's good to know.
And they're very good. And some days it's just your normal, basic street tacos.
Yep.
But Carlos keeps it interesting because he'll whip stuff up on a
whim.
a day basis, and it's well, that's really good. We should maybe put that on. But then we get ourselves in trouble. The menu would be way too big.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, we're going to get into some rapid fire questions.
I love it.
Anything else you want to add about Tiki Taco that we have not covered?
No, I think we've covered a lot of it, and I think that it's our local KC taco joint, right? And obviously someday it'll be local Northwest Arkansas taco joint.
True. And we cannot forget to mention the merch.
Oh, so yeah.
Tons of merch.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we try our best. Now, sometimes it takes a little bit of time from a creativity standpoint to come up with the designs, but we try our best to have a few merch drops every year.
Every year, okay.
That we just did one 2 months ago. So if you come in, you'll see all new shirts, all new hats.
Yeah.
And then probably late spring, because we had to do sweatshirts and long sleeves right before winter, and then we'll probably have a spring drop as well. But we just try and keep it fun and cool, and I probably can't wear some of it. It's just not my style, right? But we try and have something for everybody. So you've got the corduroy one on. I've got a flat top on.
Yep.
We have trucker hats. We have the checkered hats that people love.
Yeah.
And then we try just all our designs, are fantastic, which Lindsay and Lyndon mostly do the design on. I think last year we dropped one of Miami Vice kind of stuff. So
that's exactly what I was thinking of before.
Yeah.
And I saw somebody had some I don't remember what the shoes are called. Slide-on shoes. I was like,
oh,
Do
Vans.
you sell? Oh, Was it Vans?
Yeah.
Do you sell those?
No. So
privilege of working there.
That's right. We have a few of them have the Tiki Taco Vans. I have a pair of Tiki Taco Dunks, Nike Dunks.
Nice.
So
that's
just
so
try
fun.
and have fun with it.
Yeah. Okay, so you are not a KC native. I almost said Chicago, which is where I'm from. But we're going to get into rapid fire. So
awesome.
What is currently on your Kansas City bucket list?
So to me, it's all food.
Yeah.
Right. So I've been accumulating this list. When I meet someone, I'm like, hey, what's your favorite? Rapid fire back to you. What's your favorite restaurant in Kansas City?
I could never pick a favorite.
Not one?
No.
Mine. I have one.
Okay, what is it?
Le Fou Frog.
Oh, incredible.
Yes.
Yes, it took us way longer to get there than it should have. And oh my gosh, it is, I mean, everybody raved about it. It's such a good experience.
Yeah, so bucket
I have a
list.
hard time picking a favorite because I go to so many that it's like,
Yeah, I'm not trying to get anyone in trouble.
No, I
right?
know.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, so
I can give you a few though.
So
like
bucket-
the antler room. I'll give you the antler room.
it's already been done.
Yeah.
That's done, and that's been done. So yeah, I have this food affinity, and so
Yeah.
we love to go and try different places. But the problem is that we've found so many good places that we just keep going back to those places.
See, I have the opposite problem. We're constantly going somewhere new that it's like hard for me to get back to the one place.
So we're opposite.
Yeah, we are.
So yeah, I mean,
Okay, so can you name what those are?
the ones that
that
I
you go
really-
back to?
Yeah, Le Fou Frog is my favorite.
What do you get there, by the way?
I get the branzino.
Okay.
Yeah, so they bring out the fish. Oh, I'm sorry, not the branzino, the Dover sole.
Okay.
They bring it out, they debone it at the table.
Nice.
My order there is the exact same every single
Every time.
French onion soup, the snails, and Dover
The
sole.
snails are
That's it.
unbelievable.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I'd say if I really, I'll just give some few. So we go to Farina a lot, sit at the bar.
Amazing.
And then I love 1900.
Yep.
And then probably like if I was going to give a that's kind of on the upper side, elevated side. I think on an everyday, we love Cosmo Burger
Okay.
over in
Great.
Waldo,
Yeah.
inside Dotson's.
Uh-huh.
So those are probably like the 4 or 5. I could keep Antler Room is fantastic.
Yeah.
And then there's always new ones that keep popping up too. That's the cool part.
Yeah.
Earl's Premier. I mean, I could keep going.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
There's a bit of a cult following there.
Bacaro. We went
Yep.
to Bella Napoli last night.
Uh-huh.
So there's a lot of great food, but that was supposed to be rapid fire. That was way.
No, I am
longer.
all for extending rapid fire to be slow fire. All for the slow fire. Okay. Who would you love to hear on this podcast? Or what would you like to hear about regarding Kansas City people, business?
I think for me, I am pretty shocked at the large companies that are based here in KC. Like
Like the Garmins of the world?
Garmin, Lockton, creative planning, so
Okay.
I would like to hear from them. That might be a little bit tall of a stretch to get them on.
No,
but
they're on my list. Trust
Yeah,
me.
well, to
we
see-
want to do we want to do everybody on this podcast that is representative of.
I'd like
KC.
to know why.
Why here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why?
I like that.
Or
Haven't heard that yet.
I think that if I was kind of more of a business person to have on, I would probably go. I'm a little. It's probably a big stretch, but the Casey Current. That's just we love
You've
that.
got to get every sports team on here for sure.
Yeah, that one in particular, because in all the cities that I've lived in, I've never seen a woman professional team in soccer. So I think it's amazing that they're doing that.
Yep.
And we've went to games.
And
we
the
have
first
so much
stadium in the
fun.
world
First
dedicated to women.
Yeah. So
It's
I think
so fun. It is such that whole area. I want to get people in talking about the whole area expanding down there.
Yeah. So that'd
cool.
probably be my 2.
Okay.
I don't know who there would be the
Yeah.
person to talk to, but
We'll
I'm sure
figure it
there's
out.
somebody there.
Do you have a favorite hidden gem that you guys have stumbled upon that you love? A little tucked away under the radar.
I would say recently, I mean, I could give you a couple, but the one that was, and it's actually even cooler now that it's wintertime, is the Champagne Bar on 31st in Maine, or I think it's 31st in Maine.
Oh,
I think it's
Blanc?
Blanc. That's I was trying to think of the name.
Jordan
So
over there. Yeah.
we did. She's awesome, and
Yeah.
we had friends in town. We went up there. It was beautiful because it was
To the rooftop?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
in the fall.
Yeah.
So it was, and by the way, I'm still getting used to the cold weather.
Uh-huh.
So she went and got me a blanket. It was
Aw.
awesome. And then now they have igloos up there.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So-
There's seasonal igloos. I haven't done it.
Yeah. So I think
That's a
that
great spot.
That's a cool little spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Especially being a transplant here, what do you think makes Kansas City so unique and so great?
The people, 100%. I mean, it's the nicest people in the world that I've come across, and I've lived in 15 different cities,
Right.
mostly on the East Coast, in
Yeah.
fairness.
God, those East Coasters, I tell
I
you.
got to imagine West Coast the same thing.
Probably.
I think because we're stuck in the middle, we have the nicest people here.
But I do wonder, I mean, I've had people go to Chicago and say everybody was so nice. You know, I'm like, but is it just Kansas City, or is it also like
I think it's Midwest,
Minneapolis, Chicago, Des Moines?
Yeah, I think it's the whole
Omaha.
whole stretch until you get to Texas, probably. Oklahoma,
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
But I say people for sure, 100%. That's been at least my favorite part.
Okay. Where would your last meal on earth be at a Kansas City restaurant? And you cannot say Tiki Taco.
I mean, that would have been probably the Frog. I think we covered
Okay,
that.
I was gonna say, I think you already said it. Yeah.
I would probably say, there is a place on my list though that I'm excited about that I have not been to, that I'm very hopeful.
Okay.
That is all what people are telling me about. It's called 00.
Yeah, we just went there.
Is it?
It's a must.
Okay, good.
And they literally have 12 seats.
That's what I heard.
That is it.
That's what I heard.
It is so charming. It is so authentic. It is so fantastic.
Yeah, so the Frog would be the one that I would tell you that I've been to.
Yep.
And I'm hoping that, because I'm a sucker for Italian food. I really
Oh,
am.
you are? Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, going to the Frog, have you had the server sing?
Uh-huh.
We didn't get that. I got to go back.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all you do is ask him. He's there.
I
all the
know.
time.
Apparently that was the thing. Just
and
ask
they'll
him.
dance and sing.
Yeah.
It's great. The ambiance is
that is on my
fantastic.
bucket list
There
to
you
go back and have that. Okay, perfect. So where can people find and follow you, Tiki Taco, or you individually as well?
Yeah, so all of your social platforms, right? Tiki Taco KC, tikitaco.com.
Okay.
If you're looking for a URL, and then same here, Eric Knott, LinkedIn. I don't really get on personally. I don't get on social,
Yeah.
Facebook, and
You're a LinkedIn guy, though.
LinkedIn. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
A lot of
like,
good stuff to learn from you on LinkedIn.
and that's why I like that
Yeah.
that platform.
Yeah.
Is because there's a lot of sharing that goes on.
Yeah, that's
And
great.
there's always some bad with the good, but for the most
But
part.
it's its own entity. It's great. So
Yeah.
awesome. Well, thank you for coming on.
Well, thanks for having me. This
So
has
good to
been
meet
fun.
you.
You too.
Yeah, and I'm excited to get this out for everyone, and for the new locations coming in 2026. Like, I'll be hitting all of them up,
Yeah, that's gonna be
checking
great.
them off my list. Thank you so much for tuning in and finding inspiration in these incredible stories. If you love what you hear, be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode, leave a rating, and share the show to help these Kansas City voices reach even more listeners.